Hi, Mohave Lock and Safe again with another short video, this time on do not duplicate keys. Pretty simple concept. You don't want your keys duplicated. You ask the locksmith to put on a do not duplicate blank. And as you see here, there's 3 standard do not duplicate blanks. Say you're an employer and you ask the locksmith to put it on a do not duplicate blank. What happens here at Mohave Lock and Safe is, at first what we do is we ask you to give us your business name and who's allowed to have keys made. Then if somebody comes in, once that key duplicated, we look on the list. If they're on the list, great, we make the key for them. We keep a record of how many keys they did have made. And if somebody comes in and they're not authorized, then we won't make those keys. If they say where they were working, we'll notify the employer that an unauthorized person was trying to have keys made. And that's about it. That's about all we can do. And what's going to happen after that person who's not authorized to get the key duplicated leaves here is they might drive down to a hardware store and get that key copied successfully. There's no legal ramifications for it. The hardware store is not legally bound to honor the do not duplicate unless you're the Department of Defense or the Post Office. There's no law protecting you from having those keys duplicated. So what can you do to make sure that your keys are not getting duplicated? Well, here's one of the options. It's MultiLock Interactive. And this key here does say do not duplicate on it. It's a little extra protection just because it says do not duplicate, kind of. But most of the protection in that key is in the fact that we are the only multi-lock dealer in the tri-state area, and on top of that, that particular key, what we call a keyway, is unique to Mohave Lock and Safe. No other multi-lock dealer, probably for 1,000 miles, has that key. We are the only ones that can cut that key. We are the only ones that have that key. So, if you don't want your keys duplicated, we can install multi-lock locks, and you'll have the ultimate protection. As you can see, the key looks much different. These keys are not cut on the edge of the key where you'd normally see what people refer to as teeth, but instead these keys have what's called dimples that would get cut right in here into these grooves. It's a completely different type of lock. They are virtually unpickable. There have really been no reportings of anybody ever picking these locks out in the real world. It has happened maybe twice with people that have spent hundreds of hours practicing to pick one particular lock, and it took them a very long time to do it. It's just not going to happen out in the real world. Those are a couple of the benefits. Also, if you are familiar with the bumping of locks, it's not going to happen with the multi-lock. So, if you want your ultimate protection in key duplication, then multi-lock is the way to go. Other than that, hope you learned a little bit about do not duplicate and what's really going on with your keys out in the real world. Thank you.